and we're live. And we're live for episode 5 of your new favorite podcast, Slap Happy. Slap Happy. And I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be here. Like, no word of a lie. I am excited to be here. You know, what are we? We're 5 episodes in now. I kind of get a sense that I'm probably going to do that on every single episode from now until the end of time. Like, I'm going to be 80 and I'm going to be jumping up for my like 17th episode. I'm just going to be like, 17,000 episodes. How do we get here? Crazy. Because I feel like that, you know, when you tend to be a person that puts things off and, you know, doesn't do things efficiently or effectively, doesn't finish tasks, and then you like break that cycle, it should be celebrated. It should be celebrated. It should be celebrated. And I want to celebrate that every single time I make a fucking episode, every single time I sit in front of this phone, you know, and I'll do this and I do this right here. Every single time I do it, I want to celebrate it because it is an achievement in and of itself. It is an achievement, and it signifies that old person that used to, you know, say he was going to do things and not follow through. That old person is dead. You can let him go. I mean, he's still here, but you are now a person that says he's going to do things and does things. And that's a good fucking feeling. That feels good. So I'm going to celebrate that every time. So I'm going to be like 80, walking out. I'm going to probably be naked in a robe, nothing but a robe, silk. I just feel like, you know, at a certain point in the future, I'm going to be so well known off of my music and off of this podcast that I'll be able to do a podcast in the nude just because I'll be so comfortable, you know, and people will be knowing me and shit. You know, probably, you know, it's like Joe Rogan just goes nuts smoking weed, doing, you know, whatever. He's very comfortable on his show. I will get to that level where I'm so comfortable that I can just be in a silk robe, naked, presenting my show. You don't have to see the things. They're not going to be, you know, that'll probably be censored, but they'll be there, you know, living their life, living their best life down there. I'll be in my 80s and I'll be like, welcome, 17,000. Oh, crazy. How do we get here? You know, I'll just be like pretty impressed with myself at that point in time. Anyway, as you can tell, there is a extremely bright light behind this camera. And that is because, you know, God has decided to ejaculate all over me. Thank you, God, for all that. It's it's the brightest light. It's like, if I was a I'd be fucked if I was a vampire. It almost feels like I'm about to go to heaven. Oh, don't do it, Matt. Don't go towards the light, Matt. Oh. You know, like on this is the end with like Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill, all the gang, Franco. You know, there's the big beam of light, and I feel like I'm in that right now. Like I'm about to, you know, this is my time, baby. I've been a good man. Let me go. And then so if I ascended right now, you would know why. If I disappeared right now while I'm live on Slap Happy, you would know why. It's because I'm just too good for this earth, and I've been selected by a higher power to go to the VIP room, if you know what I'm saying. You know, that's what heaven is. Heaven is Earth's VIP room. If Earth is like the dance floor, like the chill, like this is where you enter, you know, you pay your $15-20, you just hang out. There's a couple, you know, the boys over there standing looking cool. There's a couple chicks throwing it round. Heaven would be upstairs, VIP. You kind of need to know somebody or be an artist or a DJ, especially a DJ, because fucking, you know, you always know the DJ. you always need to know the DJ. But yeah, if if Earth is the nightclub, I would say that heaven is the VIP area. And as it turns out, I've been selected, guys. I know somebody, you know what I'm saying, in the VIP room, and I'm gonna go fucking kick it, with all my that. I walk in. I, I don't know, like if heaven's real, and I don't I don't really. I would like to know, but like at the same time, I kind of don't want to know. It's kind of the surprise is. I'm okay with the surprise for now. I kind of don't want to know. Actually, I don't want to know. I don't want to know if heaven's real. I just want to learn. I want to learn the hard way, or learn the easy way, or just learn when I die. I want to learn when I die. I'm happy to just exist on Earth for now because I like Earth, and then when I go to the afterlife, I'll just figure it out then. But I'm thinking that if I do eventually get to heaven, which I will, because I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP. I know some people. I'm hoping that I get to, I'm imagining that I get to walk in there and just straight up, just dap up a couple of people. Like just walk in like, bap, 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 like I've got secret handshakes with everybody. God or St. Peter, whoever, they let me in. Yo, what's up? What's the password? You know that shit? I'm like, yeah, dog, I'm with, such and such. I point him out, point my boy out. And they're like, hey, is he with you? And then, yeah, come on in. And then I would come in and I would, dap everybody up. I'd have a secret handshake, this and that, we'd just start laughing and reminiscing. I see my pop and, my oma and opa and Uncle Timmy and, yeah, that'd be nice. I'd like to see them. Yeah, God, I miss them. I miss them. And, that was a unexpected tangent. But I miss them. I do. I miss them. Anyway, I'm gonna that actually reminds me. There was this one time I went up to the Gold Coast for schoolies when I was like 18, 19. And just the whole St. Peter, being at the doorstep of heaven kind of reminded me of this. So I went to schoolies went to the Gold Coast for schoolies, standard, and I went to come into a nightclub, and there was a very largely built man at the door who was working security, and I was by myself. I don't know why I was by myself, but I'm by myself, and I tried to come into the club, and the guy asked for my ID, looks me up and down, and he said to me, looked down, and he said, not swish enough. Not swish enough. I was like, what do you mean not swish enough? He's like, your shoes are not swish enough. Not swish. I was not swish enough. I was not swish enough. I had to get my fucking swish game higher, and it wasn't high enough. So he rejected me, which is fair. That's my fault for not being swish enough. And as soon as I go to turn to walk away, I see like a group of guys go to walk in. Almost all of them had the exact same shoes that I had on. I used to rock the Globe, like skater shoes, white with the blue laces. Pimpin. How was that not swish enough, G? How was that not swish enough with your crocodile slides on? And you see these pimpin skate shoes? This isn't swish enough? No, you got it twisted. Anyway, he fucked up, but that's okay. I'm not going to hold no grudge. The group of guys behind me walk up, and they're almost all wearing the exact same shoes that I was. And apparently they were let in. They were swish enough. They were all swish. They were all fucking, Steph Curry from the 3-point line, baby. Every single one of them. Swish, swish, swish. But not me. I wasn't swish enough. I'm going to just quickly check the timer over here because I don't want to fucking talk too long. So we're running at 9. Holy shit, I've spoken for 9 minutes already. That's wild. That's wild. I haven't even said anything interesting. Okay, so as I was talking about the light It's fucking wild. It's so bright. You can tell that I'm in a new setting. It's because I moved house and I'm in the like spare room upstairs in my new place, and I moved to Collingwood in Victoria, and I don't know, it's cool. It's pretty good. Up the Maggies, up the Maggies, is what you say when you live here. So that's what I've been saying everywhere I go. Just up the Maggies. And no one's responded yet. So I gotta work on that. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Migyas. The Migyas. Margies. Up the Margies. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Maybe that's my fault. But yeah, I don't really follow AFL, but suppose I'm a Collingwood supporter now, which is fine. I'm okay with that. And if I got to do that, I got to do that. And yeah, so I look, I don't know if this is a real story. I don't know if this is a real story, but my mother told me or claimed that either me or one of my brothers, when we were younger, was running around the backyard with no pants on, just doing your like 3 or 4-year-old little thing, running around, whatever you do when you're 3 or 4, right? That was a little bit loud. Whatever you do when you're 3 or 4, right? You're doing your thing. Anyway, I'm running around in my backyard. Maybe it's me. Maybe it was I got 3 younger brothers, so it could have been any of them. Got a little sister too, but she doesn't have the right equipment for this story, if you know what I'm saying. So one of us was running around pantsless, flopping that, all over the place. And apparently a magpie came down and tried to, get a little breakfast, get that worm. Try and get a little, he's trying to eat. He's trying to eat. And yeah, apparently kind of went for it. And I know for sure, look, she didn't confirm or deny whether or not the package was acquired, in terms of like, was the magpie fed well? She didn't confirm or deny, but she said that it did attack in that kind of way. Now, whether or not this story is true or not, I don't know. But I remember my mum telling me something along those lines. Now, if the magpie was successful and it had breakfast that morning, I would safely say, I would safely rule out me being the person at the center of that story, because last time I checked, which was only a couple of hours ago, my shit's still attached. So, which is great. And yeah, I haven't checked with any of my brothers recently, but maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just check on them. Hey boys, I just wanted to see how you're going and whether or not you still got your dick. Because that would suck if you don't. So yeah, the Maggies, and I'm here. I'm in Collingwood, and interesting story. My me and my lovely girlfriend Vanessa. Yeah, we moved into this place, and the place is beautiful. It's in a beautiful spot. Love it here. We actually had an interesting, funny thing happen. Not that funny, but I'm gonna share it anyway. Basically, what happened was we bought a bunch of stuff of IKEA, okay, which is standard. You click and collect, godsend, by the way, click and collect. And you pick your stuff up and you fill your house with all of IKEA's Swedish goodness. Okay, Swedish goodness. I don't know. Are they Swedish? I think they're Swedish. All of IKEA's Swedish goodness. Okay, so you fill your house, and that's great. So we ordered some things online, and specifically there was a long running mat for upstairs, and then a large rug for the studio space downstairs, which I ordered for my studio space, right? Big vibe setting rug. Now, silly us, we assumed that when we ordered these rugs, they would come specifically cut to fit our spaces. and they didn't. That we ordered these rugs and they didn't fit the spaces that we ordered them for. Now, let me back up a second. IKEA, with all of its venue size, all of its locations, and all of its staff, can't figure out how big the rug needs to be to fit in my studio space and in my hallway. What the fuck? What's going on, IKEA? You want me to figure that out myself ahead of time? You want me to measure my own spaces? You want me to measure my own spaces and then select the correct rug? Nah, man, I'm not buying that. Someone forgot to do their job. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking someone forgot to do their job. Because how do you have more staff and employees than you do customers, right? And not have a database of every single room in the world, Australia, at a bare minimum, but the world. How do you not have a database of how big every single room is? Like, come on, IKEA. So we order these things expecting them to have this database set up where they know exactly what rooms I'm ordering for, and then they send us the ones that we need. And we don't get that. We get these, it's like the hallway's 3 meters long. They send us a rug, which I selected, obviously. They send us a rug that is 3 meters long. Now, why did you not anticipate that the doorway would be taking up some of that 3 meters and make it slightly difficult to put the rug down? Okay? That's what I'm trying to get at. How did they know? Where was the foresight, IKEA? Where was the foresight? Pretty frustrating, And the big guy that I got for the studio space, which I aptly named the vibe fucker, because it fucked up the vibe in a good way, like a, fucking vibe kind of thing, real vibey. That's what I named it, because I was thinking, oh shit, I'm gonna put this, big ass rug down, and I'm just gonna make hits. I know that I'm gonna put this down, and I'm gonna make Michael Jackson style hits. I would probably end up being the Drake of Collingwood, some shit like that. So I lay it down, too big. Doesn't fit the space. I'm thinking, IKEA, what the fuck? Who messed up? Who been sleeping? Who been sleeping on the job? Because someone didn't do their job. Why do I got this big ass rug for this small ass room? I'm looking at you, IKEA. Your move. Anyway, so that happened. Took them back, and I tell you what, I got to give the big dogs over at IKEA a little bit of respect, because their return policy is what can I say? I'm happy to say that I definitely was the person that fucked up in this situation. But we took them back and, returned that shit, refund straight away. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Easy. In and out. It was great. It was really good. Anyway, I got this, so I got the light behind the camera. I got this new ring light, which is fucking so bright, but so good. Makes me look great. I'm sure it makes me look great. Sure, it makes me look great. And I got this new mic, which I'm sure makes me sound great. I'm sure I look and sound great right now. Also, I got this boom arm, as you can see here. Boom arm. Oh fuck, too many arms. I'm like Gore off Mortal Kombat. I'm like Gore. Get over here. I know that was Scorpion, but just bear with me. So check it out. I'm this is my 5th episode. I totally rambled on this one because I kind of wanted to sit down, vibe out the new place, got the mic, got the the light, boom arm. I just kind of wanted to sit down, talk some shit. It's a Saturday night. I'm here. I'm home alone. My girl, she out doing some things, so I'm here by myself. And I thought I just want to sit down and kick it with my my trusty friend, the plant, this dude, he's day one. That's my motherfucker. That's my motherfucker. That's my boy. That's my, he ain't ever leave. He at the root of every equation for me. So that's my boy. That's my day one. So he been holding it down, and we just thought, look, Saturday night, let's get on the potties. The potties. Me and the boys get on the potties, and here we are. I got the new mic, got the new boomer, got the new light, and I just thought, let's have a chat to the camera about some things, and I decided to just say some things, and that'll probably be it for this episode. I kind of wanted to put it out to you guys, so before I wrap this up. So the first episode was 10 minutes, and then it was like 21, 23, 25, something like that. This one's going to be about 20 minutes as well. Is that long enough? Is that too long? Is that not long enough? I kind of want to know from you guys. Do you want something smaller and more regular? Do you want something longer? Do you want guests on? I want to hear. I want to hear. There has been some people that hit me up on YouTube saying, can you talk about the trading element of the journey? And I definitely will get to that. I'll probably reserve that for a whole show, probably a longer show very soon, where I talk about my trading journey right from the beginning to kind of now, and what that has looked like. And I'll probably get some questions from my Twitter homies and kind of like, really hash some stuff out, make it actually something valuable. Yeah, but for now, I just kind of wanted to get a vibe. Like, what do you guys want? What do you want to hear? Do you want me to talk more shit? Do you want me to talk about, obviously I'm just going to do me as well, but I do kind of want to know, like, what you like, what your preferences are. Is 20 minutes too long? Is it not long enough? Some people like the 3-hour long form stuff with Joe. I personally like stuff that tends to be under 30 minutes. Me. I would prefer, like, if something was under 10 minutes, I'd be happier. So 30 minutes is like my max, ideally max. Obviously, I'll listen to stuff that's longer than that, but, I'd prefer it a little bit shorter. All right, I'm going to stop rambling. That's it. Slap happy. Number 5, in the bag. Thank you all for listening. And, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I appreciate you listening to my ramblings, like to sit through 20 odd minutes of this bullshit and still be here that's a talent. So I thank you for that. And that's going to be it. But everyone stay safe out there and look after yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.